Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video we're going to be doing a little bit of shorter term analysis on Bitcoin, and more specifically we're going to be discussing this inverse head and shoulders pattern that has been forming here over the last week or so, because last night Bitcoin broke bearish and bounced bullish, establishing that right shoulder that we were looking for. In today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about whether or not Bitcoin will break to the upside and what price targets we're looking at, and I'm also going to be discussing the concept of a no trade zone and why you want to be very careful trading in positions that our market is in like these. Understanding that it sometimes is not a good idea to trade at all is a very important part of trading, so we're going to be discussing that in today's video. We also have some news coming out of South Korea, because South Korea is moving ahead with a new bill to legalize cryptocurrencies. There is a big development going on the Korean Peninsula. We'll be discussing that. And also, guys, Upbit just got hacked for $50 million worth of Ethereum. That's really sad. We've seen too many stories like that this year, but nevertheless, it is happening, so we do need to cover it. Guys, we're going to dive right on into the video, but before we do, I want to mention something. TradingView, the trading platform and the charting software that we're looking at here, is running a 60% sale. Like, that's a huge sale for Black Friday. If you use our affiliate link down below, you're also going to get $30 when you go pro and get a pro membership with TradingView. So not only are you saving 60% on their subscriptions, you're also going to get $30 for using my link. It's a really good deal. I wanted to tell you guys about that. That link's down below. If you guys want to get access to VPVR and more than 3 technical indicators, which quite frankly, you need both of those things if you're going to be a pro chartist, TradingView is the place to go. That referral link is down below. It does give me a kickback. It does help to support the channel, but at the same time, it doesn't cost you anything, and using that link will actually get you $30. So go ahead and use that if you guys are interested. Anyway, guys, without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Let's clean up this chart. Goodness gracious. Guys, we're going to talk about that shorter term stuff with the inverse head and shoulders pattern here in a minute, but I want to start off with the concept of a no trading zone. It's very important that you guys understand that sometimes it's a good idea to long the market and sometimes it's a good idea to short the market. But what I think a lot of people forget is that sometimes it's a good idea not to trade at all. And the reason for that is not because the market's moving sideways or it's hard to make a trade or anything. The reason for that is because sometimes either the technicals conflict with each other and they're saying one of two different things, or you're sitting where we're sitting right now and we're in the middle of trying to establish a trend reversal. That's why we're talking about the inverse head and shoulders pattern in today's video also. Let me just quickly point out some no trade zones in the history of Bitcoin, some ones that really jump out at me. Right here, that's a no trade zone in my opinion. Right here, that's a no trade zone in my opinion. Right here, that's a no trade zone. Let me show you why those are no trade zones. Starting off back over here at the peak in 2017, I would consider this a no trade zone. And in fact, I wasn't trading back then. I remember that market, but I stayed clear of it for a very simple reason. RSI was overextended. MACD was overextended. All of these technical indicators were overextended, so yes, the idea was to be shorting. But at the same time, the reason it was a no trade zone and not a shorting opportunity is because the trend was still bullish. After we had rejected, after we had established this new downtrend and confirmed it with things like a bearish cross on the MACD, with things like RSI starting to reject, then it was an opportunity to short. Until then, it was a no trade zone. But why? The reason is simple, guys. We knew that Bitcoin was overextended. We knew that Bitcoin had rallied too far. We knew that Bitcoin's RSI was massively overbought. But then again, based on those metrics, we could have started shorting right here at $8,000 and ran all the way to $20,000 and gotten liquidated. You don't bet against the trend. If you're betting against the trend, then what you're doing is you're trying to call the exact top or call the exact bottom. If you were to go short right up here, then you don't know if Bitcoin is going to top out at 20,000 or 50,000. You had no idea. No one did back then. And the same thing is true over here in 14,000 territory when we rallied up there. If you guys will remember, 6 months ago, I was doing live streams and people were asking me, Jeb, should I go long? And I said, I wouldn't say we're going long. I would actually be more short. And in fact, we caught this top of this market on live stream. We had like 900 people on stream. And people right up to the very minute we started rejecting, we pulled back $2,000 in 3 minutes. Go check the chart. People were asking me, Jeb, should I go long? Jeb, should I go long? No, you shouldn't go long because we're overextended. Jeb, should you go short? No, you shouldn't go short either because you don't know exactly when that trend reversal is going to happen. And since you don't know exactly when that trend reversal is going to happen, it might have happened at $16,000 and you would have gotten liquidated. Wait until the trend reversal happens. Don't try to call the exact bottom. Give it a little while for the new trend to be established, and then after that bottom is in, after that top is in, then you make your trade. The whole point I'm trying to make is don't try to catch the tops and don't try to catch the bottoms. And if you're trading Bitcoin right now, what you're doing is you're trying to catch the bottom, because Bitcoin has been in a downtrend here for months. Right now, it's trying to put a bottom in with this very well-defined inverse head and shoulders pattern that we'll be discussing here in a minute. And I am going to show you a shorter-term trade that you can make here with a decent amount of safety. But in general, on the longer-term charts, now is a bad time to be making swing trades because we don't know if this is the bottom. Bitcoin could reject here and fall all the way down. Until Bitcoin has established a solid uptrend and decided that it's going to go bullish on all time frames up to the daily chart, I'm not going to be long in any longer term swing trade. It's just too risky because Bitcoin, until it's proven otherwise, is still in the trend that it was in. So guys, that's really important that you understand the concept of no trade zones. Right around the tops, right around the bottoms, when you're in transition between a downtrend and an uptrend or vice versa, don't trade. Be very careful of trading in those times. Wait for the trend to establish itself, and then after the trend has established itself, after you've broken important levels of resistance, for example, here on the 4-hourly, we got above the 20 exponential moving average. Maybe out on the daily chart, you'd say, okay, we got above the 20 EMA out on the daily chart. Then you start checking for swing trades. Then you start checking for entries because you've confirmed bullishness or bearishness. Until then, be very careful of trading. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I want to talk about this inverse head and shoulders pattern because despite everything I just said, I do think there is a shorter term trade here that can be made. And that's obviously trading the breakout on this inverse HNS. Guys, I was talking in the first cohort with someone and they were talking about trading this market, and I said, yeah, it looks like a pretty good trade. It looks like a pretty good place to make a long with an entry, maybe up here around 7,350. But one thing you want to remember is that you never trade an inverse head and shoulders pattern before the breakout itself happens. Bitcoin could very easily reject right now and invalidate this entire pattern. That is still very much in the cards. So if you're going to trade this, it's not a bad idea because the price target for this is sitting up at $8,000. If we do a simple shoulder head price target, then we see the price target sitting up here somewhere, which also matches with known resistance, by the way, so that's a good target. Bitcoin could break up there, but until we start breaking this neckline right here, I am not in a trade, because you see this little wick right here, that can get you into a trade and immediately fall over. So make sure any trade you place is above any of the highest wicks and give it a little bit more room so that you don't get caught. What's the trade here, guys? An entry around $7,400 and then a stop loss down around $7,150 to $7,200. That is the trade, and then an exit up here around $8,000. Use your own judgment, use your own technical analysis. This is not financial advice, blah, 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 blah. Don't sue me if you mess up the trade. Point is, guys, there is a trade here, and this does look like a trend reversal is in progress, but be careful of making longer-term swing trades right now. Like I said earlier, we're in the process of transitioning from longer-term bearishness to hopefully longer-term bullishness. Until we have established that trend, maybe up around $8,000, I am not putting any longer-term swing trades. Down here on the shorter term, sure, there's something to be made there. But longer-term swing trades, I'm staying away from right now. Anyway, guys, we got through that pretty quick. I will remind you one more time because it's a great deal. Use that link for TradingView down below. I paid like $200 a year right now for TradingView. You could be paying a whole lot less than that for the program because of that sale they're running. I'm not kidding, guys. I've never talked about TradingView on this channel. That's a good deal. You need to check that out. The link's below. Oh, and also, by the way, if you run a business like I do, it's a business write-off. Anyway, moving forward to some news, guys. South Korea moving ahead with new bill to legalize cryptocurrency. Now, this headline is a little bit weird because it's not like cryptocurrencies were illegal. It's talking about the legalities around cryptocurrency and the regulatory framework. That's something we talk about a lot on the channel, is the regulatory framework around Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And this is one of those concepts that's very important for the mass adoption of Bitcoin, one that I've been watching closely over the last 2 years. This is a story I am very happy to bring you. South Korea's National Policy Committee is working on a new law for regulating cryptocurrencies in the country. Now, I know as soon as you hear the word regulation, a lot of people get freaked out. And to be quite honest, you have a reason to get freaked out. I don't know about you, but I'm of the camp that pretty much everything the government touches, it screws up, including currency. But guys, like it or hate it, regulation is going to have to be a part of the future of cryptocurrency if it's going to be a part of our community and our world and our society. All we can do is try and make sure that that regulation is beneficial to the people and to the cryptocurrencies. Essentially, what's happening here is as follows. The South Korean National Assembly's National Policy Committee has passed a bill that will create a framework that formally classifies crypto tokens and other virtual currencies as digital assets. The bill also sets rules for cryptocurrency regulated businesses and other virtual currencies, as it offers requirements for operations on such as South Korean soil. This is what's big right here. All virtual currency related businesses are now required to obtain an Information Security Management System, ISMS, certificate from the state regulator, Korean Internet and Security, blah, 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 blah. On top of that, the cryptocurrency businesses are required to get their anti-money laundering and know your customer, AML and KYC systems to be in line with the international best practices of the Financial Action Task Force. What that sounds like on the surface level is a bunch of bureaucratic nonsense that businesses have to jump through to be able to deal cryptocurrency cryptocurrency in South Korea. But in fact, what that is it's the foundation for a regulatory framework that will allow for cryptocurrencies to grow much quicker in a much more trusted environment in South Korea. South Korea already has a lot of people in the cryptocurrency space, and more are going to move in when they understand that there is a well-regulated framework that's going to stop fraud and theft from happening when they start working in cryptocurrency markets. This is a big step in the right direction. I'm really happy about this, guys. So long as this is put into effect properly and there's no major issues with the law, I'm okay with all of this. Like it or hate it, regulation is a factor that's going to be a part of the cryptocurrency market, and it's not something that we can get out of. If we want cryptocurrency to be mass adopted, it's going to have to be regulated by state governments. And by the way, that's a good thing if you want state governments to accept Bitcoin, because if they're not regulating it and it just stays the Wild West forever, you think they're going to let Bitcoin replace their own sovereign currency and one of the major ways that a government can control their own country? No, they're not. Give them a little bit of control about it and make them think that they own Bitcoin, which they don't, and these governments will be much easier to deal with, I promise you. Moving on here, Upbit exchange hack confirmed $50 million worth of Ethereum stolen. Goodness gracious, guys. This is the second news story out of South Korea today. The South Korean exchange Upbit is showing suspicious activity when some people are linking with a potential hack. Over $50 million have been withdrawn from the exchange to an anonymous account, and all transactions have been stopped. The exchange has since come up with an official statement saying it will cover all of it with the corporate funds. Just a few hours after the event took place, the company has issued an official statement. It appears that 342,000 Ethereum were sent from the exchange's hot wallet to an unknown wallet. Lee Seok-woo, I probably butchered that. Sorry, South Koreans out there. The CEO of the company operating Upbit said that the exchange will cover all lost assets, but may take some more time. Guys, exchange hacks happen all the time, and it really sucks, but it's one of the reasons that I'm looking forward to decentralized exchanges coming online. We've been talking about those for a long time here on the channel. They don't get enough attention. If you don't know what that is, look up DEX or Decentralized Cryptocurrency Exchange on Google. Do some research on that. They're really important, and it would help prevent a lot of this kind of stuff from happening. But that's another one of those developmental moves that's coming to the cryptocurrency space over the next 10 years. So guys, we covered a lot in this video. I hope you got some good value out of it. We talked about no trade zones and the inverse head and shoulders pattern, and we even brought you some news coming out of South Korea. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember that there is the sale running on the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Use the coupon code Black Friday 2019, and you're going to get $40 off at checkout. Today is Wednesday, so this will be running through Friday. If you guys want to get in on CT2A and learn basically everything you need to know about technical analysis in the cryptocurrency space, I highly recommend it. Down below, we have 978 members to date, and we've had several join in the last 2 days with that coupon code, and people are loving it, guys. If you want to talk to our actual students, join the Discord server down below and ask some of our members in the Discord server, hey, anyone here in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, can I get your hot take on it? Shoot me a DM. I want to hear your testimony in private. I believe in my product enough for you to go and talk to any one of our students and listen to whatever they have to say with me not being there, guys. I believe in the product. I've been building it for over a year now. I've been researching for it for 2.5 years. My entire history in the cryptocurrency space has led up to this. This is my magnum opus, if you will. Guys, we go over the basic stuff down here for any of you guys who might be newer to the cryptocurrency space. We go over all the technical indicators because I figured I'd save you the hassle of Googling it. And then down here in the technical analysis section is where you're going to find a lot of the stuff that's never talked about on YouTube. This video, how to plan and execute profitable trades, goes over everything you need, start to finish, about how to plan and execute your hopefully profitable trade. Gut feeling, that's talking about your instinct. That's one of the most important parts of technical analysis that people never talk about in the cryptocurrency space, but it's so important. Market sentiment and market structure, two very important videos about the way people in the market are feeling. That also goes together with mass psychology. These 4 videos down here, gauging the strength of support and resistance, bulls and the bears, and the convergence of support and resistance in short and long-term trends. Those are really important for understanding what we just talked about. Short versus long-term technical analysis, that goes into what we just talked about with having a trade on the shorter term, but a no trade in the longer term. Guys, there's a 14-day money-back refund guarantee. There's a $40 off coupon code down below. For $159, you're getting 10 hours of content. I really don't think it gets better than that, especially in the cryptocurrency space. If you guys are interested, check us out at the link down below. There's about 2 more days left on that sale, and I'd love to see you guys get that discount while it's available. And also, guys, one last thing is that in the description, there are a lot of different affiliate links down there. If you click any one of those, you're going to be helping to support our channel and helping to support the videos that come out every single day at no cost to yourself. And a lot of those links would actually give you a kickback. Like I said, TradingView will give you $30 if you sign up for a paid membership if you use that link. If you need any of those products in the doobly-doo down below, use those links. You'll be helping me and probably also helping you. So guys, this video is getting a little bit too long. I want to save Taylor the trouble, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. But before I do want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, I got a real good feeling.